Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Kenn Bosak.
And we're live, bros.
Yo, what up? Yeehaw, y'all.
You're already in your Austin attitude.
Yep, I love Texas. That's my hometown. Oh, happy to be back.
Oh, man. Wish I
Well,
could be
welcome
there
to
with
the
you, bro.
show.
Welcome, everybody.
Me
Thanks
too.
for tuning in, man. If you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, D Live, Kick, wherever, we're live everywhere. And like, if you can name the platform, we're there. I think we're even live on LinkedIn right now somehow. So shout out to Restream. Yep, Restream's awesome. And shout out to everybody in the community who shared the link. I saw Mike Treat did it earlier. I don't know who else jumped in, or Mike Trick, I should say. Sorry. Thanks. I picked up one of your T-shirts, Mike. I saw you posted in the group, so I bought a T-shirt for Mike. It's a cute little teddy bear with
Nice.
a paper brown bag over his face. It's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
So yeah, share this out, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're watching it anywhere that isn't X, stop. Go over to X. Watch us there. It's hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast. That's the name. That's also the link. It's also the hashtag. It's all one thing. Hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast. And we're here with our guest, Slim Flexington. How goes it, bro?
Wow,
Welcome,
it's going
welcome.
great, man. It's going awesome.
Who let the dog out, bro? So perfect. Dude, I guess quickly, if you don't mind, introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know a little bit about Slim, how maybe you got into crypto, and what you're doing now with strippercoin.io.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Slim Flexington, all around technologist. Been in the IT tech field for about 25 years now. And I'm the founder of StripperCoin, which is on the Cardano blockchain. And we're aiming to kind of see if we can develop some cool technology to hand over to the adult world. And I'm always up for developing cool experiments, and that's really what this is about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely an awesome industry to experiment with this technology, and that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. Yeah, so I'm at a project called Stripperville that I think you guys should get to know each other.
I've reached
have
out
a-
to them. Yeah, I've actually DM'd with them before.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I met them a couple years back. I know Teddy. He was working with them. Was one of their main project managers, but so I don't know who's running it now. But this was like Snoop Dogg's brother's project or something, I think, like that. So
Oh,
Yeah,
some
he
pretty
had
cool
some kind of
people.
involvement.
Yeah, so I'd definitely love to hear more about StripperCoin and like, what got you started, what motivated you, and like, how you got to where we are now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long story, man. In the crypto world, 3 years feels like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but really, I mean, it started kind of, the last bull run. The dog coins were taken off. A lot of what was happening with GameStop and everything seemed absurd. And I worked in an IT office, and we were joking about the absurdity of all of it. One of the guys had been married to a stripper, and we got onto that topic, and we were like, "Hey, wouldn't that be hilarious if they had their own coin?" So it was just like
Hmm.
a joke in the IT office, So I took that home, and I kind of thought about it a little bit. I talked with my wife about it. She kind of encouraged me to see what I could do, pursue it. And at the beginning, we were just a meme coin, and that's how we launched. And I kind of saw the hunger for something that actually like revolutionized the adult industry, did better than like the regular models out there, like the OnlyFans model or the Pornhub model. And I think that's possible with blockchain technology. So yeah, I started pursuing it, a little more serious after we launched our first NFT series, which were like 3D spinning box girls that had like little nip slips and things like that, so you could like zoom in and see her nipple popping out from under her bra.
Nice.
And
That's
that's
awesome.
really when I decided to take it a little more seriously after those selling out very quickly. And I went looking for ambassadors, which brought me to Exotica, and that's where we met our first ambassador. And since then
What was
we've
that
launched.
conversation like? I hate to cut you off there, but that
Yeah.
had to be fucking interesting.
It was,
Nice.
she actually was already an ADA holder.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Charles
Oh, wow.
already got to her.
Yep.
He
I
must
like
have
to
hired her
say,
for a birthday party or something.
the stripper coin thing. I'm the founder, but I like to say I don't run it. It kind of runs itself, and like the perfect things happen at the perfect times. The first girl that's dancing at Exotica that I really wanted as our ambassador, there was something about her that drew me. And we went up, we said, hey, I'd like to talk to you about getting involved with stripper coin, our crypto, we're on the Cardano blockchain. Let's have breakfast tomorrow. She said, yeah, let's talk. And we met up for breakfast. And no, but it kind of drives itself, man. Perfect things happen at the perfect time with it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
But yeah, yeah, with her, and then maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, we had another stripper from Florida reach out to us that wanted to join the team, and those two we launched our first like live person NFT series, which we called NFTs. And basically, those were like 3D environments that we placed the actual girls in, and they would do like a little sexy move, right? So there were a ton of different sexy moves that they did in various states of undress, and that we would then like randomize and vary on 5 different backgrounds. They each got to choose. One did like alien abduction, the other one did like car races, and you would buy the NFT. And this was really our first shot at trying to give stripper coin utility, right? So you would buy the thing, the NFT, and she'd be fully clothed, doing her little dance in her metaverse, and you
Nice.
could then send that NFT coupled with stripper coin through a portal and start to get her more naked. I
Oh
also felt
shit.
like it was a yeah, yeah. It actually was a big hit. People loved it. And I thought it was a neat experiment in changing like rarity.
Mm.
So like in NFTs, rarity matters to a lot of the collectors. And
Yeah.
if you can upgrade it and get her naked, if each variation had between 15 to 30 different upgrades and stuff you could do. And I just thought it was cool. We allowed people to upgrade them and change them for like a year before it locked down. And it kind of gave people the opportunity to see, oh, hey, play around with rarity. You know what I mean?
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's like a new version of like the peep show. You'd put your head down in and like put a nickel in it and like, keep it going.
Yeah.
For real.
Add another
Yeah.
nickel. She takes off another sock.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
And
that's
I mean,
great.
since then we've been doing a lot of other things. We're working with Stephanie Love and bigger adult stars now. We've been going and actually presenting at the Exoticas with a booth, going and networking down in Miami at XBiz with all the porn stars and all the companies and stuff like that. So, we've been making some moves.
Next time I want to go.
Oh my God, you got
Dude,
to.
I almost made it there, but the ticketing situation, it was all too last minute, but I almost went to XBiz, bro. So close.
Oh, nice.
It's
Okay, yeah,
crazy
I guess that's
experience.
what that's fun. That's
I've been to
awesome.
a few of the events. I actually went to one in Canada, up in Quebec. Michelle organized it. It was like a business to business event, but I kind of just
Nice.
crashed it and ended up getting on stage and talking about crypto payment processing. It's, if
Nice.
anybody has footage of that, it'd be fucking epic. But yeah, it was a crazy adult conference. Then I went to a few other ones with other crazy crypto projects from like the ICO era.
Yeah, yeah. Spank Chain was there at it down at XBiz this time. They had
I
a little pavilion
mean,
and
I
stuff.
fucking love that guy.
That's awesome. And well, maybe this is something that we could help bring it to as Voria as well, because I see in our commercial, um, I don't know if this is I'm assuming this is something that's being worked on. I don't know if it's by us or by somebody else, but there's a board game called Pornopoly.
Oh yeah, the Porno
Pornopoly.
Poly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Pornopoly, is that what it is? Pornopoly? Is that my
yeah,
second? What either one, but it's a board game
something like that.
and it's porn based or adult based, and I know we're accepting of adult things because we have a very
Where'd
Uh-oh.
you go?
He's rugging. He's rugging,
He
guys.
froze in mid frame. He's like still framed and everything.
No, that kind of thing would actually be a perfect type of like partnership for stripper coin. I've turned down a bunch of partnerships with like regular types of NFT projects because I feel like they kind of attract kids, a lot of them,
Yep.
and I don't really want to associate with, you know what I'm saying, like bring them into stripper coin.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I definitely get it. I feel like I mean, there was coins that have tried doing similar things like this and failed. Like, are you familiar with Legends?
No, no, not that one. I've heard of plenty others though.
Legends was the one that was pretty popular out in Vegas, where they had a strip club and everything, and It was pretty big. It was a concierge type service. I flew out to Vegas and all to participate. Did some other things with other projects like Tokes was a weed blockchain project, and I got to use crypto to buy weed in Vegas. Legends was like, kind of trying to do what Stripper Coin was doing, but I think they missed the branding with like not being a meme. Like you're right on the money, Stripper Coin, and I think that's what they missed with their branding. It was just like, nah, memes is where it's at. Like you got to be dead on with marketing here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just cool to see that you nailed it with Stripper Coin. I think.
Yeah, that was part of it, man. It was just like a kind of a magical thing because it's a name that just brings a smile to your face when you hear it, and you're like, "What? I have to see what this is about. What is going on here?"
Well, yeah, I can grab my son a couple Stripper Coin when he turns 18. I can give him, his wallet, and he can go, blow his bag. I don't know where Miggy went, but he might come back. He might not. That dude's aloof.
Miggy, come back.
So I guess I was gonna ask, like, have you looked at trying to start up like a metaverse kind of strip club kind of thing? Like, I've seen some virtual environments trying to get involved in this, and I feel like it would be a cool start for something like Stripper Coin to kind of have this utility in the metaverse.
Yeah, it's something I've thought about. We had stuff on our original roadmap for that back when the metaverse was a lot like bigger promise when we were still going through COVID, and everybody thought that that's where we're gonna like live the rest of our lives. That didn't turn out to be true. And personally, I haven't found, and this is just me personally because people love games, right? And I'm just saying I haven't found like a metaverse that I think is like sexy. And I kind of feel like you really want it to be sexy. But at the same time, I think that there is room for like a metaverse that you walk through, but it leads you into like a real actual show. But the metaverse is so littered with kids right now, and I don't see like one out there that's being adopted that to the level where I'd want to actually put my time into it.
No, that's very true. You're right. I've been talking about how we need the KYC in the metaverse because of these red light districts. Hey, look who showed back up. All right, let me see if I can get Miggy back down here with us.
He's like floating.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, now you're back.
Oh man, everything just froze. I had a hard reset my computer. Sorry about that. I was like,
Froze here too.
We're just talking about, metaverse strip clubs, but, Slim brought up a good point that, there's too many kids in the metaverse. There's no, like, KYC red light district. And also, the graphics just aren't really there. It's not sexy enough, So, you're all caught up.
True.
Yeah, I think with time someone will get it,
Yeah, then you should definitely check out our metaverse because at least as far as quality, uh, it's pretty up there. They're building on an Unreal Engine 5 or the newest version, and it's they have hyper realistic avatars. Everything is pretty nice and clean and pretty high quality. So maybe we can get you that. Maybe we can be that first good high quality strip club metaverse. At least, well, not metaverse, but have the strip club in our metaverse. You know what I mean?
I'll try it out. I bought land in a bunch of metaverses for that purpose. I'm waiting for it. It's just
Right. Yeah, that's why the Stripperville one's funny because it's more it's all pixelated and stuff and it's supposed to
they
be
do
kind
the
of funny.
voxels. Yeah.
Yeah.
get a lap dance from a voxel. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it is. It's funny, and that's the point. They want it to be like funny
Yeah, it's a
and
meme.
not too like serious, right?
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely still a lot of potential. I mean, especially with just sex workers in general. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be done as far as like maybe I don't know if I should say, but, like therapeutic avenues for people who are like handicapped and either physically or mentally, and these are avenues that
Right.
like do help them, and if it's something that even like physically they can't be involved with, maybe the metaverse could be a new outlet for them to connect with people who are willing to be there for them in that way. And it can't be
Yeah.
all bad and smut, you know what I'm saying? Like It's a big world. There's lots of things out there. Some stuff for entertainment, but some stuff could actually help people. And I think the metaverse will be a good place for that. For those who can't really physically get out in the world and do things because of whatever handicap they may have. We could have them in the metaverse and bring the girls to them. Especially, they got the haptic suits and stuff like that. Like, who knows
Yeah,
what's to come or
yeah.
who's to come? I don't know.
Everybody.
Right. Oh yeah.
So what's the roadmap look like for stripper coin, bro?
Yeah, so for the next year, I want to be focusing more on our marketplace. Right now, it's more of just like a storefront functionality where you can go and like buy releases that we've released, which we do have some that are for sale there right now. So that website's actually exchange.io with three X's. It's
Of
intended,
Nice.
course.
right? Yeah, that's intended to be a marketplace eventually where people can, sell their own like NSFW artwork and stuff and just be the central place for that. We didn't do perfect on our launch of it a few months ago, so that's why it's just like storefront functionality right now. But that's something I want to work on over the next year. And definitely probably going to some more of the exoticas and fostering the relationships with the companies that we've been working with, like Chick Pass, and someone like Polyani, who you guys have done interviews with, Fantasy Digital, really building up these relationships and trying to see if we can like get a cross-chain consortium of people who are really focused on the adult industry and like innovating within it, because it's going to take a bunch of people to just come up with just cool ways to do it. And everybody knows their own blockchain. Each blockchain has like strengths and weaknesses. And
Mhm.
I'm very specialized in Cardano. I know its strengths and I understand its weaknesses. Maybe not, I don't understand all of them, right? But it helps to get people together from all walks of life, all these chains, to just kind of talk about it and plan together.
Now I'm curious, why
Yeah.
Cardano? I should have asked earlier, but like, why Cardano?
Yeah, so for me, when I first got into crypto, I'm an IT guy. I started reading all the white papers. I was like, I have to understand this stuff before I start throwing my money behind it. And I'm always looking for business opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So, I started to read all the white papers and understand the just kind of what's going on each chain. And the one that resonated the most with me, that seemed to have um, a, a a philosophy of like classic liberalism, coupled with a good plan for governance, and making things fair. So that's one of the reasons. Another, I really enjoy listening to Charles Hoskinson. I think he's a very smart man, even though he can be a little petty online sometimes. Um, and I would say another reason is the quality of people that when I started to interact within the community, the quality of people that I was meeting and interacting with, some of whom are now my best friends. Like I talk to them every day, more than I talk to
Nice.
my
Nice.
own family. And it was just so super high, and I didn't feel much of that other stuff on the other blockchains.
Yeah. I
Gotcha.
think that's how it is with a lot of the newer ones, especially the smaller communities. Just because there are fewer people using them, there's fewer developers, so those communities become a little bit more tight-knit. You get to really know each other. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how it was with Wax when I first got introduced to that with Kenn's community. It was the same thing. And then, because the other ones become so big and so global, I guess, that it kind of those smaller communities kind of break up into these large things and just kind of get washed out. So that's
yeah,
good. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how it was with my wax experience when I first started getting involved with them.
Yeah, what are the
It was
gas
all
fees
cool.
or transaction fees, the smart contract fees, stuff like that, like on Cardano as opposed to something like Ethereum? Because that's another thing, like I mentioned earlier, there were a lot of other projects trying to do similar things, but they were all on Ethereum, and I think the gas fee wave is what kind of rugged them.
Yeah. On Cardano, it works a little bit differently than just like gas fees. You're gonna pay like a flat rate for any time you're using the network. So to like send an NFT, it's like 1.5 ish ADA. It might be 1.75 to send that, and to just send ADA, you're talking like zero point 0.5 ADA. So the fees are relatively low depending on the price of Cardano. I do see that those current fee fees could be unsustainable if the price of Cardano rises high enough, especially for people outside the United States and outside of Western countries. But they're implementing ways for the community to be able to vote and change those fees. So if that does happen, hopefully that stuff is implemented and we're able to do that. But yeah, so it's relatively low.
Okay. I feel like Miggy's talking, but he's not. I could just see his avatar.
Oh, I was yawning.
Oh, that's so
I-
funny.
yeah.
I could tell. I could tell.
Yeah, I
The
was like,
metaverse, your reality's leaking.
Oh gosh, I love that. That's so funny. I did have a question though. Well, first of all, why did you just call your white paper white paper? Come on now. Such a good opportunity to call it something
Yeah,
fun.
so we call it
The
pasty.
cum
We call it
rag?
we
What do
call,
you
we
want
call
him
it
to call
pasty
it?
paper. You know,
The what?
it's our pasty paper.
There you go.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. I see that. Okay, now I do see that on the side.
Yeah.
And then I did want to add, did y'all talk about the two tokens that you have that you're using together for the
Look
gamification
at
and the payments?
Miggy.
We have not yet. No, no.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah,
I saw that, so I wanted to make sure I poked that because that seemed interesting. And anytime I see the gamification, always
yeah.
interested in that. So if you want to
Look
talk
at
a little
Miggy
bit about
trying to
that
look
and
all
just how it
smart and
works.
shit doing homework.
Well, let me
Teacher's
talk
fucking
first
pet.
about how we ended up with the two tokens. Because it,
Yeah.
it it wasn't purposeful. When we launched on Cardano, it wasn't fully developed. So we didn't have the ability to put decimal places in it, and we locked the policy. And when you have a locked policy on Cardano, you can't burn, you
Hmm.
can't make any changes. So at that point, we had a bunch of coins out there. We were a meme coin at that time, and no dexes were launched. But when the
Hmm.
dexes started launching, we were like, crap, we need decimals in here for people to be able to trade this in a like sensible fashion. So what we did is we launched another coin. Now at the time we were in like 30,000 wallets. So
Wow.
doing an airdrop to for all these coins, it would have cost us about $15,000. So what we did is we used this platform called Drip Drops, which you can go and it would examine your wallet and then it would send you, you pay for the fees, but it sends you the amount of the new coin. So we minted a new coin and we put it out there. So for a
Nice.
while we just had these two coins and I was like, I have an opportunity here. We're in a ton of different wallets. So why not, like, let's see if we can use this for gamification purposes. Because on that one, on the
So
first one, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, that was my fault. My phone started playing. I was looking at the video to check to make sure it was playing okay, and when I hit it, I forgot the volume was on. So my bad.
Good. Yeah, no, so I mean, so we have the two tokens. That's kind of how they ended, up being. But now what I'd like to do with it is stripper coins, the token that's strip being the one with the decimal places. The um, quantity of them is 69 million. There'll never be any less, never any more.
Nice.
And those will be used more as like a payment thing, for tipping, for just buying NFTs, that kind of stuff. And then when we actually get like our platform live, where the creators are on it, we'll use the V strip as like a gamification token, where your creators, where let's say you buy your creator's NFT, right? Well, now it's kind of like in your favor if she's up on leaderboards, because that could potentially raise the price of her NFT, specifically if she's still doing good
Right, I want to
content.
pump her, obviously.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
So then, they have these tokens out there, and they can earn more of the tokens by just sitting, holding and staking, and use those tokens to boost their creators that they own the NFTs of, hopefully it's a circular economy, and it's like, the creators and the fans, help each other, keep those NFT prices up, because it's a problem in the NFT market is, the prices crash and people feel a little upset about it. And
Yeah.
if you can keep that higher, by keeping it in this circular economy and potentially making sure that, like, the utility people want. So, hey, it gives you access to porno.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and who doesn't love that?
No, I love the two token economy. It actually makes sense, especially when it comes to having the utility and the economy kind of side, like, the gamification of it.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, man, it drives itself. It just ended up as an accident, but if we can get it to work out properly, it'll work fantastic. And one thing I didn't mention earlier about one of the reasons I did choose Cardano that I want to bring up here is that Cardano has in their roadmap this thing called Babel fees. And that's basically where you can transact your token, on Cardano. You just have to make the right relationships with stake pool holders and stuff like that. But then you don't get charged ADA as the fee, because like right now, if you're gonna tip somebody in stripper coin, you have to send ADA as well. And I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work long term. So we have to have Babel fees implemented so people can just tip in stripper coin. So that's another reason why I chose it.
Okay, so they have like sponsored transaction fees,
Nice.
basically.
Yeah, I guess you could see it that way. It would be, if you were
Nice.
to do it, they have these things called Hydra heads planned, which are basically like dedicated pools of stake pool operators that, can allow your token to transact quicker. You get quicker finality, and then they can also agree to take the fees in your coin.
Yeah, yeah. I think Ethereum was talking about doing shit like this back in 2017. They were calling it sponsored transaction fees. I actually think I have a clip of me talking to Vitalik face to face about this shit because I met him at a Crypto Chicks conference his mom was organizing in Canada. And I was like, so
Nice.
when am I going to be able to send a shitcoin and not have to spend ETH and gas? Like, why can't I spend the shitcoin, in gas fee money? Like, Atomic swap this shit, bitch. And he came up with a whole elaborate explanation, but it never really came to tuition. So is this something that's currently happening on ADA? Because I'll be honest, I fucked with Charles. I just don't have any ADA. I don't really use it. I definitely want to get more involved in that blockchain.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, so is this happening currently?
So the current thing that's happening for their next hard fork upgrade is governance. That's really the main narrative on Cardano right now. I believe the Hydra heads are planned here, and the one after it, I could be wrong. I honestly haven't looked directly at it in like a year. But I know it's within the next few upgrades is Hydra heads, and then I believe Babel fees.
I really hope they don't delay it and they just do it because that's
Yeah,
what
me too.
happened with
Do
Ethereum. They
it.
just kept delaying it until people forgot about Dre.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
think didn't Charles post some videos of some updates of things that they were working on? Didn't he
Yeah,
like
yep.
post something about like the Doom game or some shit? Or
Yeah,
I don't
yeah. He posted the
I don't really know
Dune
much about
game
it, but
running in a Hydra head, and I'll be honest, I mean, I'm not 100% sure how that works, but they must be, because they were saying like every frame or every move is a transaction. So
Oh,
you've got,
dope!
nice.
That's fucking great.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy though.
So right there's your fast finality.
Yeah, so the blockchain's as fast as a CPU essentially, like
Yeah,
an 8-bit
That is
computer back in the
crazy.
day. That is pretty crazy. I fucking
Yeah,
love
especially all
that.
those movements. That's a lot. I mean, that's especially, I mean, if it's not congesting and freezing, I mean, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. No, I don't
That's
think
what.
it was on mainnet. I mean,
Right,
that'll be
Right.
that's what all the layers
another
are
mission.
for, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, you don't really have to be settling out all the like, you know what I mean, everything all the time. It's fine to have, multiple layers and then settle out on chain.
yeah, yeah. Cardano's just starting to get their layer twos in order right now, and I think that's because Hydra heads are coming, so they're all getting
Mm.
ready for it.
And then they're all gonna be Hail Hydra in this bitch.
Yeah,
Um, There's a, I'm sorry, I'm on X right now, and funny that we're talking about Cardano and Charles Hoskins, which by the way, he and I have the same birthday, like the same
Out of
year,
it.
date, everything. We're both 11/5/1987. So I'm on X right now, and Gary Cardone just reposted somebody named Vivek for real, and they did an interview with Charles. It says Cardano CEO, a quote from, "I don't see how Bitcoin survives. It's a
Yeah,
religion, not an ecosystem. It will die a slow heat death." And then he's got like 2 minutes of talking.
yeah, yeah. Hey, like I said, he can be controversial, and sometimes he can be a little petty out there. And I feel like the Bitcoin community and some of the other communities, they go after him a lot, and he feels like he's got to hit back sometimes.
He does.
Oh
He
yeah, I
does.
imagine.
I don't blame him.
Um,
Curious.
so
Oh, I was gonna ask
go
real quick
ahead.
about how XBiz was and how the reception was of
Mm.
strippercoin.io. Talking to no coiners essentially, right? Like I've talked to people about coins and blockchain tech, but at crypto conferences, I've been to 3 adult conferences. But this was years ago. Before the 2021, mainstream. I don't want to say adoption wave, but we made mainstream attention wave. So the mainstream is aware now. What was it like at XBiz in Miami talking to businesses or models about strippercoin.io?
Well, at XBiz, it was pretty easy. People understand crypto. Most of the people there even have crypto wallets, because they're people who make content, or run businesses making content. So they understand the importance of being able to be paid in as many ways as possible. They don't have like allegiances to blockchains. They're just like, hey, can I get paid? Let me get that money. What wallet do I
Yeah,
need?
they're not like all in on Cash App maximalism.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. But the previous year in 2023, when we were going to Exoticas, that was a lot different because that's interacting with the fans. And in Chicago last year, which was in April, it was like our first one presenting. It was rough. Like I would say we had, I don't know, 20 people at least that didn't, they would just walk by and they didn't, crypto, scam, and they did not even want to talk.
Mm.
But it was different when we were in Miami at the Miami Exotica. There were many more people that were receptive to it. But yeah, I mean, we get that reaction a lot of places. People see what's happening in the space and they just want to relate what's in front of them to that, not even ask questions.
Yeah,
You should just
I
let them
get
know,
that.
be like, well, your, insert club name here dollars are a scam too. Because they have like Darlings dollars or this club dollars, and it'll be like paper dollars for people to get instead of having to cash up from the ATM or something. Like I used
Yeah,
to work at a strip club as a bouncer, and that's what they were starting to do. They had Darlings dollars, Darlings bucks that you can get, and what is that's how you could relate it to people. Be like, hey, you know about these strip club dollars? It's the same thing, but it's just digital.
yeah. We noticed the people that were like that. It's not even worth trying to go talk to them.
Oh yeah, for
Our money
sure.
can be spent better somewhere else because they've got their mindset. So
Are you planning on going to Consensus in Austin or the Bitcoin conference in Nashville? I think they're the 2 up and coming conferences right now.
I don't have solid plans for it. We were actually looking at throwing an after party for Rare Evo, which is, I
Nice.
believe, in August. But
Yeah, in Vegas, right?
yep, so we're
Yeah.
still working on putting that together.
Oh, I can
I
get
think
you in
this,
touch with my buddy Spore Baby Mike out there in Vegas. He does a lot of stuff in Vegas with crypto.
That
yeah,
would
and I
be
think the Stripperville team is out there. Or at least Teddy, the guy that was managing, was one of the project managers. He's out there.
okay. Yeah,
Yay!
we're looking to, like, at the party, like, have like girls that are and this was Pollyanni's ideas, so shout out to Pollyanny. But having girls that are painted nude but painted with like other crypto logos walking around, and then like those
Oh
companies being
yeah,
sponsors, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
got my own logo. Fuck yeah.
I got in trouble for representing a company. I was at an event for a project, and that's when I met the Stripperville team and the girls, and I took a bunch of pictures and videos with them, dancing around me and stuff. I got yelled at. Well, I didn't
That's
get
not
yelled at.
how
They're
you're
like,
supposed
can you
to.
take those posts down? I was like, we can't have you wearing our stuff and around that. I'm like, okay,
That's
sorry. So
great.
you do whatever you
Hey,
want on your time, just don't wear the shirt.
I
Magic
get it.
Miggy over here.
Yeah. I
Oh,
actually
good
got fired
times.
from my job like 2 or 3 days after we presented at our first conference ever, which was CNFT Con. That was like 2022.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What'd they
Yep.
fire you for?
Oh, so you're
Well,
all
you
in
know
on
it.
strippercoin.io.
Oh yeah, you know it. Well, I mean, I still have
Wow.
a job on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, they let me go at that point, and they didn't say that it was for that, but it was obvious. Like,
Hmm.
you
Right.
know,
Yeah. That's funny.
like this guy's out there, running a booth with strippers. They were family-owned
Yeah.
companies, so
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are
That's
you
kind of how it
going
was.
are you trying to go after like different demographics? Are you looking for like, male, models as well as female models?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
I don't want to be like crypto bro about it, but I just feel like maybe the guys might get it more. Like, you know what I mean? Like it might click more at the Chippendales.
yeah. I'm open to any of it. I mean, we do a thing called tease tokens, right now, where every 10 days we release free OnlyFans links, and basically this gives our community some cool stuff, and then it also gives the creators traffic from people that have disposable income that are in crypto and stuff, and it's a win-win situation. But the reason I bring that up is, we've featured trans, we've featured one male so far. We just haven't had many come to us, but I would do it in a heartbeat.
That's dope. I need to get in shape, bro. I used to do adult content before I got into Bitcoin in like 2015. I was doing for years, bro. I used to do like live stream stuff with girls and it was awesome and it was just crazy degenerate stuff. And then I got into Bitcoin and I all in. I just gave that all up. But every relationship I've ever been in has been with like sex workers. Like it's definitely the industry that if crypto wasn't here, that's where I'd be in.
Okay, all right. Hell yeah, you got a good perspective on it then.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, did you see what's her name just got her bathwater money from PayPal?
Oh yeah, the Delphi
Was
chick
it
or
Bella
whatever.
Delphine? Was that her?
Yeah. Hmm. Yep, yep.
Yeah, she just
Bathwater
took like
money.
5 years or something, but she finally got her bathwater money back, so I think she gets it.
Why did they hold it
Mm.
back?
Because you're not allowed to use PayPal or Amazon or whatever for sex works transactions. She was selling her bathwater for people to get off to. That's pretty sure against the TOS. They
Interesting.
word it
Yeah,
vaguely enough that everything is against their TOS, though.
When they want it to
right.
be, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why they say like, "Oh, we can't tell you exactly where you broke the rules because we don't want, whatever. We don't want no problems." I think that's what they told her too. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in the industry in the sex work industry that understand the banking stuff fucking sucks and it's all a
Yep.
scam. And even if you're legally working in the industry as like an actress, doing porn, and next thing you know, the bank that works with you sees the direct deposit coming from a specific distributor, and now your account's frozen with all your money in it because
Yeah.
they don't allow that industry to store
Yeah.
fiat in their system.
And if I'm going to be real, that same thing could happen with a public blockchain because banks could literally just watch it and be like, "Hey, this wallet that wants to cash out has interacted with stripper coin, therefore
Right.
we're not going to allow them to check out." So I do feel like there needs to be privacy layers. Like it can't be just like on a public blockchain.
No, you're 100% right. I love that you mentioned that actually. Is
Yeah,
is
there,
that something that
there's
you have considered with stripper coin though? Are you looking maybe a potential third coin with that in mind?
Well, so Midnight is a privacy blockchain that is building on Cardano. So that's really what I'm aiming for right now. I kind of hope that there's some portability or interoperability, so I don't have to have like a whole nother coin. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens when it gets developed. I think they have a great plan, but they're a few years out to having it done, and I mean that could mean that we're too early. You know what I'm saying? There's always that thing when you're working with new technology. Are you too early?
Right. Yeah. The adoption is, definitely still
Yeah.
in the distance, in the horizon, far, far away.
You're
That's
funny.
what makes it fun.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love the experimental aspect of it. It's really neat because you can like with the NFTs is we hadn't seen. I'm sure other people have done that, but I hadn't seen it done like we did it, and it was experimental. People loved it. So
I've
Plus the
been here
name's
a
great.
while and I haven't heard of anything like that before, to be honest.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
I'm pretty
seems
Yeah.
proud
pretty
of it.
badass. And so these were like you could edit those NFTs before they were minted, right? And then they would lock mint and you'd get it.
Yeah, so you minted. We minted them with ADA because we had to pay the girls. That's one of the problems with having a coin, right, on a chain with limited liquidity. If you're paying them in your coin, and they go to cash out, they're hurting the price in your holders.
Never pay
So,
anybody in your native currency ever,
right.
ever, ever, never.
Well, yeah. So we sold
Right.
the original ones in ADA. That way we had income to be able to pay them, pay us for our time on working on it, pay the artists and stuff like that. And then the upgrades were done with stripper coin, and of course like 1.75 ADA in fees and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely want to make sure people know that you don't want to start a project and start using your own token to pay things and pay people, and it just creates sell pressure that cannot be
Yeah.
managed with buy pressure. So, yeah, you shoot yourself in the foot that way.
Yep. Yep. And that's another thing that I don't think anybody's really 100% figured out yet in crypto is like if you're gonna launch a token specifically for adult stuff, is like how do you start getting them paid in it? Like it's this weird conundrum yet.
Well, trying
Yeah.
to find a way that where they don't even want to sell it, I think, is the real solution, right? Trying to find, supply chain solutions is the real turnkey for that. Like, I don't know, like partnering with KY Jelly, right? Or like
Right.
partnering with Durex condoms or something. So now I can earn stripper coin and use it in the economy for things and items in which why would I sell it when I can barter? So I could trade some stripper coin or strip coin, right, for some KY jelly or fill in the blank, but that's the idea.
No,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Sure, you might be able to even partner with like health providers, health
Oh,
service providers
fuck
with
yes.
like free clinic type places
Not
and like
even
the,
that, dude. The
Planned
STD
Parenthood.
testing.
Yes,
I
like
feel like that
those.
would be a perfect first
They would
use
probably be up
case.
to like promote this stuff, like, hey, tell people about these tests too that they can get just in case.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Well,
So
you
so
could.
we do some like AI development. Like we have our own LLMs and bots that'll do images of any of the girls that we've got contracts with. And this is actually something I specifically like talked about in the community about doing is, partnering with a lube company. And if
Yeah,
somebody mentions lube or
Nice.
talks about it to the AI bot, it's like, hey, go buy their lube.
Oh,
nice.
see,
That's
yeah,
cool.
exactly. Perfect.
Hmm.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Exactly what I was talking
Now we
about.
just got
Like,
to find out how to get our branding on lube. Not another Bitcoin
yes, white
podcast
label
lube coming
lube,
at you.
bro. White label lube. That's it. You just got to reach out to
I
the
would literally
company
give that
that.
out as swag out of an event, bro. Tired of being fucked by the industry? Not another podcast lube, baby.
What the fuck, Miggy? This is why we don't have any sponsors. Oh wait, we do have sponsors. Shout out to Asvoria. Shout out to FIO. I know they're not a sponsor, but the Wagyu and Undead Blocks. I love you guys. Have fun
Future
in
sponsors.
Austin at Consensus. They should be sponsors soon. I think after Consensus they'll lock it in.
Yeah, especially with the cool things they got going on. I think we'll be able to really find a good partnership that can work for, Asvoria and with them to bring their game into our space so we can have fun stuff to do.
Oh, dude, we have Unreal Engine 5 graphics. So like the dancers for like this metaverse strip club, bro, it would be like to their exact replica of them. Like we have in Asvoria like Unreal Engine 5 complete reality type graphics, bro. And all you
Do you
need
have
is a
like
fucking
do you
like
have a way?
iPhone 12.
Do you have like a way to get them in there? Like, is it like
Yeah,
scanning?
all
Or
you
would
need
it
is an
be...
iPhone 12. It's fucking crazy. It's like so minimal technology and it looks so amazing.
We need to talk then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Miggy. Miggy can make sure. Miggy's the actual professional, believe it or not. He'll get all that situated.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, the tech is fucking dope. It looks pretty realistic, and it can get all up in the nooks and crannies. So, and
Yeah.
you know, with the iPhone like scanning, I don't know, man. It's like I didn't think we were at this time. Like I always like keep hearing AI this and metaverse that, and I start to really look at where we're at, and I'm like, fuck, dude, this feels very like Demolition Man. Like the year 3000 is here.
What are
Yeah,
the
it
three
is
shells for?
crazy. 3 shells. I said that to somebody in another conversation. I forget why. Oh, because they were talking about Decentraland. They did a wedding at a Taco Bell in their metaverse.
Oh,
And I
I
was like,
saw
oh,
that.
and I said the same. I was like, that reminds me of, Demolition Man there. And then they were talking about the 3 shells.
Can we start a flash mob thing and just like everywhere we go, we just put 3 seashells on like the top of a toilet
In the bathroom?
somewhere? Yeah, like
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep like a bunch of seashells with me, and I'm gonna start putting three
Oh my
shells
God, bro.
in
That
every
would be
bathroom I
hilarious.
go in.
Take a picture of it and then just hashtag 3 seashells. Three
Yeah,
seashells.
yeah. We'll
Or three
start
shells,
the
either one.
fucking. We'll start that future. I'm telling you, it'll
That
happen.
would be so funny. Oh my God. And then we could
Somebody
replicate
will
that in the
use them.
metaverse.
Yeah, somebody's gonna use the 3 seashells.
They will
Oh my
figure
God.
out a use.
It'll become a barter economy for the glory hole next to it. It'll just 3 seashells and insert glory here.
That's awesome.
All right, well, I guess we can kind of get to wrapping things up. I wanted to see if there's anything that is coming up or how people can get involved. Are you looking for more models? I'm just curious, partnerships, anything that you wanted to get out towards the end of the show. We're at that point.
Yeah, we're definitely looking for more models, girls to launch with, especially people that have an artistic flair that want to do something cool and unique. I
Like the
often
ping
say,
pong thing or blowing bubbles and
hey,
stuff?
dude, whatever, maybe that. So I always say that we haven't found the Marilyn Monroe upskirt moment yet. Like everybody knows that image. Like even if you were born, 10 years ago, you probably have seen that image and you know it. And I think with NFTs and like eroticism, we're gonna find that, and no one's hit it yet. So someone who
I think
wants to
Lindsay
try
Lohan got close getting out of the limo that one year.
Right?
Sorry, Lindsay.
That's so good.
shout out Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, no, you're right though. That's actually a good point, man. And to think of how that will be immortalized won't be so oil to canvas. It will be metaverse. It'll be digitized. That's very interesting. I wonder if that where Marilyn Monroe walks over the vent and her skirt waves, right? Like that whole situation may happen in a metaverse, and that could be because of the way the metaverse is. All the different perceptions would probably be recorded, so there'll be different angles, different ways to experience it. You'll be reliving that moment, not just seeing a picture still imaged of
Whoa.
it, but you could go and be like the fifth guy across the street behind the stop sign that just so happened to be at the right angle type shit.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then like there will be rarity to the angles and stuff, and
Mhm.
like one will be worth more, and that's like, wow, man. Yeah, man, you got my brain going.
It's the angle of
that's-
it's the dangle of the angle, baby.
The angle of the dangle, the dangle of the angle. Either way, I'm spangled.
My friends said that to me all the time. Sorry.
You had weird friends, Miggy.
Oh, it's because we
Weird.
did landscaping, and anytime we had to talk about like angles and shit, he would always say that. He
Shut
would
up,
always say
bro. You know what? I used to do
Yeah.
landscaping for like a fucking month, and you know what my boss always used to tell me?
that.
I was born with crooked eyes, bro.
Oh my god.
I can't mow a straight line to save my life. If like mowing straight lines in the backyard was like a Squid Games challenge, I'm fucking dead first line.
So the next project that you'll have to instill in with Stripper Coin is having a stripper lawn mowing service.
No, but you do know what I thought would be a great stripper industry to collab with?
What's that?
Dentists. You know how they have the clown dentists for little kids, the brushy land and all that stuff? Like, I think if I could get my insurance company to pay a very attractive person to take out this cavity, I don't think it matters who, you know, what happens is just saying, like, I could get my health insurance to pay for my lap dance as long as it's, like, getting a cavity filled, right? Like, that can happen. We can make this happen because insurance can cover lap dances like they should have all along.
Yep, it's therapeutic.
So we need to send strippers to dentistry school so they could all become dentists and give lap dance, like, teeth whitening services.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
That's awesome.
Right? It's literally perfect. Insurance would cover this shit, and then you would just tip them. You know, like who doesn't tip their dentist? You know what I'm saying?
I'd never go to a normal one again.
Me neither. I bet you no man in his late 20s would ever have a cavity again. It would change America's dental fucking roadmap, bro. A lot of sexy dentists too.
Yo, yeah. Like, man, you can pull every tooth out of my mouth with no anesthesia. You know
Yeah,
how
I
much
don't
money
wanna go
these
to sleep
insurance
for
companies
this.
will save? They'll be like,
I don't wanna
oh,
go to
we have
sleep.
we have patients using less and less anesthesia now. We're saving millions. Like, yeah, just pull my teeth out. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Rip my tongue out of my mouth.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for listening. This has been one of my favorite shows so far. I love it. I think because it is funny and silly to go into the porn and crypto, but it's like it's serious stuff, man. This is like people's livelihoods, and the banking industry has definitely been taking advantage of this forever. It's the world's oldest industry, right? The oldest job in the book. But then it's also the one that's been getting fucked over by a middleman since forever as well. And this is where these technologies and companies like strippercoin.io come in and not replace the middleman, but eliminate the middleman. The technology isn't the man, it's just the protocol. It's a technological layer, a form of communicating a conversation. It's language. It's not a middleman. Right. So I think what we're going to be seeing in the next couple of years is, I hope so, right? A mainstream wave of sex work adoption. I hope that, the idiocracy version, like I can go to Starbucks and get a hand job, is in my future. I really don't want to die before we evolve past this prehistoric, barbaric, sex is bad, blah, blah, blah. It's like fucking giving kids a goddamn complex in 2024 still with sex ed programs. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I agree. I do think we are trending towards idiocracy, so we've got a good chance.
Yes, I hope so. It's so much more fun than the fucking whatever the fuck the other alternative is. Star Trek asexuality boredom. I'm good.
Shit. Yeah, everybody's got the same uniforms. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Fucking Nazis that don't even masturbate. Like, sounds so boring. What's like the suicide rate you think for Star Trek people? You know what I mean, bro? Like, did they even have drugs? I feel like they had drugs in that one episode. But that was only in that one universe. Yeah. Anyway, guys, go and check out strippercoin.io. If you're a fan of the content, go check it out. But if you create content in the adult industry, just like Slim said, especially if you're doing things uniquely, please go to strippercoin.io and get ahead of this, curve where the puck is going, because, imagine being one of the first entertainers on OnlyFans back in the day, right? And this is just that all over again. I've seen it for platforms like ManyVid or ManyCam. I've seen it for Chatterbait. I was there, I was one of the early ones. It was fucking great. And then I saw OnlyFans come, and I kind of, predicted that outcome, and didn't think they were going to pivot to mainstream shit like, you can go and get cooking advice and then, find somebody shoving a dildo in their ass in the same platform. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that was cool. And then I'll look Stripper Coin. Like, I bet Even Slim has no clue what this is going to look like in 5 years. You're probably getting cooking advice from somebody while they're shoving a dildo in their ass. You have no clue what's going to happen next.
Let's go. I'm here for it.
Let's go. Strippercoin.io, bros. Everybody, have a day.
Let's go. Have a day. Peace.
Peace.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. It's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Kenn Bosak.